In May 1942, Task Force 17, sent around the fleet carrier USS Yorktown, currently cruising in the South Pacific with its air group composed of 24 F-4F fighters, 40 SBD dive bombers, and 15 TBD torpedo bombers, are searching for an engagement with the enemy carrier force recently sighted in the region. Although the actual combat experience has been lacking, proficiency of your squadron is deemed adequate and in line with the highest standards of peacetime training. Their skills, honed over the past few weeks through relentless training in realistic conditions, will now be put to the test in combat for the first time, as they face real enemy in the air. The upcoming engagement will be a true measure of their readiness and ability to perform under pressure. According to our latest reports, the enemy may be currently in a position to the north of your location, and is aware of your proximate position. Exercise caution and stay alert for potential movements or engagements. The enemy carrier force is currently cruising in an area believed to be composed of 3 units, possibly Carrier Division 5 with its newer Shokaku class carriers, along with additional support provided by a light carrier. This will result in very heavy air opposition, with a significant number of Nimble Zero fighters providing cover for the enemy bombers. Prepare for a challenging confrontation with overwhelming air resistance. A light cloud cover is expected this morning, which may provide some limited concealment for both friendly and enemy forces. Your objective is to locate and destroy the enemy carrier groups while ensuring they do not inflict damage upon your own forces. You are expected to retire by the end of the day. Maintain discipline, stay focused, and prioritize the mission's success within the given time frame. Hi everyone, welcome to the new-ish demo of Task Force Admiral from Dry Dock Games and Micropose. Yes, this has been released in the last week or so. The typical scheduling means I was of course away. Well, this was dropped, meaning I am late to the party as always. But here we are, finally, we're going to take a look. Been looking forward to getting our hands on a playable example. We had the running demo last year, where we could get some first looks at how the mechanics and stuff worked in a kind of a fixed rolling demo, which was quite exciting. But now we can get our first hands-on experience, and the vibes from the 1942 Air War Pacific game are real. There's a real sense of nostalgia, and obviously there's a bit of an influence coming across from that early title, which is fantastic. It just brings back all the good vibes from that previous early title. So here we are, May the 8th, 1942, just come past 25 minutes past 5 in the morning. We have a battle scenario for you today. We are here with the USS Yorktown and her group. Maybe I should show you the group so we can see what we're dealing with. So Task Force 17, made up of the USS Yorktown, the aircraft carrier, as you can see here. Nice aircraft carrier, reasonably modern. It's got the 3 elevators, which is key, which allows us to perform maintenance and prepare for strikes and air operations quicker than you would with the older style aircraft carrier, such as the Lexington. As a protective ring around the Yorktown, we have 5 heavy cruisers. Come here, we can see it first. We've got the Yorktown in the middle, and then we've got 5 heavy cruisers dotted around the outside of her in a circular pattern, and they are the USS Minneapolis, the USS New Orleans, the Astoria, Chester, and Portland. And forming a further outer ring, we have 8 destroyers. The first group made up, led by USS Morris, Anderson, Hammond, and Russell, and the second group with Phelps, Dewey, Farragut, and Alwyn. So that is our task group. 1 carrier, and we believe the enemy has a potential 3 carrier force north of our position. So we are outnumbered. This is going to be really tricky, and there's going to be losses for sure, and we will be damaged. There's no way we can, 1 carrier should be able to defend against 3 carriers worth of aircraft. It's going to be a tall order indeed, but what we're going to try and do is knock out at least 1 carrier and try and keep ours alive. If we have a look at the Yorktown. You can see, let's have a look what we got. We have 20 pilots and 18 aircraft in VB5. We've got another 18 aircraft and 22 pilots in VS5, which is our 2 dive bomber sections. And then we've got 24 pilots and 24 aircraft, the F4F Wildcats, in VF42, which is our fighter group. And then we've got VT5, which is our torpedo bombing section, 15 crew and 15 aircraft. So we are limited on number of aircraft today. The enemy can probably throw up 3 times that. So we're going to have to be probably quite aggressive, which usually spells disaster. So first of all, let's get some defensive air ops. It's coming up to 5:30. Let's create a combat air patrol. So we get some Wildcats patrolling over the group, just in case any enemy fighters or bombers come into our section. Patrol strength 3 fighters. We've got 24. Let's send 4 up. Patrol altitude 13k. 13,000 feet. Yeah, that's probably okay. Time between rotations, just an hour and a half. Okay, let's get that up anyway. A bit of air cover, and then we can always scramble the rest of the fighters should we require it. The other task we will be required to do, of course, is to get some search aircraft up in the air so we can see what's happening in the area. So let's do a search. Create a new air search. We'll use some dive bombers for this. Patrol strength 2. Let's send 2. We know they are to the north of us, so let's go the other way. It's quicker. Let's start sending it out that way. Let's try and cover on that 45-degree there. 2 aircraft. Chance that they could miss, but let's send them up as well. And then we'll create another one. I'm going to chance not searching behind us because I'm hopeful that everything is in front of us. So obviously in other scenarios you'll have to be a little bit more cautious and have a look. Right, we'll send another 3 aircraft to search that. Right. That's accepted. So we got the cap getting ready to go and 2 search patrols ready to head off to patrol the area to the north. Down here on the timeline, you can see the operations in full flow. So if we come in here, let's select Yorktown. So all air operations start at 6 AM. So you can see just before 6, they'll start sorting out the cap, which will mean they'll start moving the aircraft to the back of the deck to allow the fighters to take off. There'll be the fighters taking off in the pink, and then the blue will be preparing for the search planes. They'll be taking off, and the second lot of search planes taking off in the pink. So that is our time frame for operations on the carrier at the moment. Now we have a reasonable size group, as you can see. I could be tempted, if we spot the group and we can get a first strike in, I might be tempted to split the Yorktown away with maybe a group of destroyers and send in the heavy cruisers with a group of destroyers to try and hit the other carriers and any other capital ships in that area. Most likely those carriers will be escorted by heavy cruisers and some destroyers, similar kind of setup to what we've got. So yeah, we may go in aircraft first, and then if the opportunity arises, send our heavy cruisers in, keeping Yorktown at all times as safe a distance away as we can. Okay, the carrier is turning into the winds, and as you can see, we're starting to move the aircraft back from the bow of the ship to allow the pilots a sporting chance of taking off on the deck. So the first, was it 4 Wildcats? We will keep for the combat air patrol. Yep, there we go. So we'll wheel this one on the right to the back, and then we've got these 4 up front, which are going to make up our cap over the carrier group Task Force 17. Doing a rapid startup sequence, and our Wildcats are ready to go. Okay, the cap is up, and they'll be patrolling for the next hour and a half before they are relieved. Good, got the heavy cruisers around us, securely in their hold. Fantastic. The sun's coming up, but behind us it's still pretty dark. There goes the fighters. Right, let's start getting the bombers prepared. Right, if we come onto the tactical map, you can see our cap is up and they are flying around, which is good. We are continuing to head, well, we were heading in this direction, we're now heading in a northeasterly direction. Yeah, if we show the wind, you can see the wind is coming into us now. The weather, it's just light cloud. They said they could use it to tactical advantage. I don't think we can really. There's not much there. Radar range, so anything out there, our our cruisers should be able to pick it up. Anti-aircraft range is about there. Main battery range. Let's, yeah, there we go. Gives you various ranges. Contact history, we have nothing as yet, so okay. All good so far. Let's add a waypoint. Let's start heading in Alyssa direction. Speed 15 knots. Let's start speeding up a little. No, we'll stay at 15 until we get the spotter planes up and see if we can find any contacts. Okay, we've got the bombers spotter planes warming up to take off. They need a bit more of a runway. There they go. So they're going to start their search pattern, see if we can identify where the enemy contact group is. Okay, enemy carriers spotted. We've got 2 ships, 1 small, 1 large, and 1 large. Well, I reckon that's 2 of the aircraft carriers. Right, straight in here. Do we want? No, let's go to. Everything's scheduled. What's the time? 6:46. Okay, we got some time before that needs to go. Right, mission. Let's get a strike mission going, actually. In fact, let's get 2. Target. Oh, there you go. 1 aircraft carrier, 1 destroyer, and 1 other large, it says. So, first strike. Mission ID, Navsac 05. Call sign George. Let's send... 4 escorting fighters. I'm going to send 5 dive bombers from each and 5 torpedo bombers. Target, we'll target this contact here. Possible time is 6:56, so it's 9 minutes time. That's perfect. Standard time, normal departure, offensive. Yes, good. Right. So normal loadout, deck 1, waypoints 5, total distance 226 miles, fuel reserve 56%. Okay. 1,000-pound bombs, Mark 13 torpedoes, and 100 pounds. Yep, green light, good to go. Right, let's get a second strike team underway as well. Another 4 escorting fighters. Another 5 from each of the dive bombing groups. 5 torpedo bombers. Pick target. We will go for this contact here. That's going to be at 7 AM. Perfect. Green light that. Operation is go. So 2 strike teams have been formed. They seem to be going opposite directions, but that's okay. Okay, there's been an update to the contact. That contact is still 1 carrier, 1 destroyer. This one has increased to 1 carrier, 1 heavy cruiser, 3 small vessels, and 2 other large vessels. So, I think we're going to get another strike team assembled. Call sign love. The remaining bombers, send them all up. We are heavily outnumbered. We may only get 1 attack. So, go. 706, okay. Meantime, back at Yorktown, the strike teams are being assembled and ready to be sent on their way. The aircraft have been loaded with ordnance. Crews are in position. Just got to get them in position so we can start the takeoff roll. Okay, we've got one of our fighters in trouble. Going down in flames. Still trying to hold on to it. Well, meantime, the enemy torpedo bombers coming under. Oh! It's almost a direct collision there. Okay, first strike team sent against the Yorktown. These remaining fighters are trying to shoot them down. Yeah, another one gone. Fantastic. Torpedo is still has been released. Yeah, it's not going to fly from there, is it? Fantastic. Right, it's coming in now. You can see the group in the distance. Not a moment too soon to try and down these 2 aircraft. The lead aircraft has been smoking by the Wildcat in front. And here the got it, brilliant. Now one final one. Let's see if we can send their strike team down. And he's gone. Good shooting, boys. Protected the group. You can see those aircraft coming down in flames. Good stuff. First hurdle overcome. Okay, the first strike force is nearing potentially where the targets are. Nothing spotted yet, which is always a bit of a downside, isn't it? If your spotter planes get shot down, you lose tactical awareness of where they may be. Straining our eyes to see if we can make out any contacts on the surface. Okay, the last of the strike aircraft are taking off as the enemy aircraft near the Yorktown's group. So the Yorktown's opening up with her guns, probably the most formidable anti-aircraft platform we have. Need to get these fighters up as well. Torpedo attack. Oh, here they come. One's broken away. I think that's a friendly on their tail. Have they dropped? Yeah, torpedoes in the water. Got a Japanese aircraft to our stern as well, coming in. Okay, evasive maneuvers as the last of the fighters take off. This is getting intense. Oh, that's a bit of a bounce and he's up. Right, that was a nasty takeoff for that guy. Yorktown rolling straight into evasive maneuvers. Hopefully we've dodged the torpedo attacks. I don't see the torpedo trails. Doesn't mean they're not right on top of us there. Good news! We spy with our little eye a couple of ships. We got a flame there. I think an aircraft has been shot down. Well, there we go. That is an aircraft carrier dead ahead with an escort, probably by the looks of it. Don't see anyone else. So let's line these bombers up to try and hit the aircraft carrier. I'm hoping there's no zeros in the area. Okay, our torpedo bombers seem to have caught the attention of some zeros. Oh, splash! Well done. We'll take that as a maneuvers kill. But yeah, the torpedo bombers are... Well, they've dropped their torpedoes to try and get back. Well, oh no, they got... Well, the torpedoes hidden in... I always thought they hang out slightly, so I think they've dropped their torpedoes. More zeros coming in. Okay, the dive bombers are starting to commence their attack on the carrier. She's gone behind a bit of cloud at the moment, so hopefully as soon as that's clear, we'll dive through the cloud, give us a bit of protection from the anti-aircraft guns. You can see a destroyer directly below us, which is starting their evasive maneuvers. And under the wing, there is the carrier. Okay, boys, when you're ready, commence your attack. Here we go. Dive breaks out. Looking good. Bomb's gone. Oh, good hits. More hits right on the target. Brilliant. The deck is aflame. Wow. Look at that. Couple of good hits on there. She is burning brightly. I'm happy with that attack. Well done, boys. Good stuff. Meantime, our torpedo bombers are continually being shot down by zeros. Don't know what happened to the little friends, but these torpedo bombers seem to have become detached from the rest of the strike team, and as you can see, they are being picked off. There is the burning carrier behind, so I'm wondering if they've already commenced their attack and they've taken the attention away from the dive bombers. If that's true, then they've played their part. Meantime, the second strike team is up. We've got the torpedo bombers heading to target. The torpedo bombers seem to be leading the way on these strikes, with the dive bombers coming in a second to the groups. This is why these torpedo bombers are soaking up all the enemy air defense by the looks of it, and we will have a high casualty rate for these torpedo bombers. But these guys are en route now. Hopefully they'll be able to identify the larger task group, the carriers and the heavy cruiser, and be able to get a strike in. Meanwhile, the strike escort aren't sitting on their laurels. They are engaged with Zeros. An intense dogfight over the skis. Well, we have a Zero right on our tail, it would have seemed. All these guys need to do is buy enough time for the strike packages to be delivered. It'd be great if they shot some enemy fighters down, but really, we just want to try and keep our bomber boys alive. On his tail now. Come on. Good hits. Got him off his wingman anyway. Meantime, Strike Force 2, they've spotted another carrier. Oh, potentially, is that a carrier over there? Above the nose of the aircraft? Potentially. But this is the main group. So yeah, if we can get some attacks on here, then I'll be delighted. The fighters are doing their job, keeping the Zeros off our bombers. Oh, hang on. We've got a smoking bomber back there. I wonder if he's been hit by flak rather than a fighter. But yeah, we are coming in to attack. Okay, I think we're going to go for the lead carrier, which seems to be a little bit out on his own. Doesn't seem to have much in the way of anti-aircraft or support around it. They all seem to be supporting the larger carrier in the middle of the group. So we'll split the attack to try and hit both carriers. That would be ideal. Here we go. The attack commences. This looks good. This looks good. Bomb's gone. Oh, good hits on the deck. More hits on the deck. Brilliant. And they're trying to get some fighters scrambled. Oh, we got some an enemy strike force going for the Yorktown by the sounds of it. Oh, they're trying to put those fighters away. Okay. Okay, back in Yorktown. Guns are blatting away. Major attack. Torpedoes to port heading for us. Oh no. Evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuvers. There's the anti-aircraft guns. Trying to bring down the enemy torpedo bombers. I'm more worried about the dive bombers. Where are they? Yorktown has proved that she is a good, swift ship which can do a lot of evasive maneuvers. Oh god, they were close. Come on, boys. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Can we see? I can't see the torpedo trails. I'm just hopeful that everyone else can and we're dodging them. Uh-oh. This is what I fear. Dive bombers. Bombs coming in. Oof. Oh, we've been hit. Oh, fire's breaking out on the deck midships. More bombs dropping wide. Oh, they're bracketing the ship. Oh, God, that was close. We may suffer another hit here. Goodness me. Come on. Oh, direct hit. Oof, we felt the ground shudder. My goodness. Right, Yorktown's taking a battering. God, we knew we were going to take a few punches today. Boom. Another dive bomber shot down. We knew we were going to take some punches today. 1 aircraft carrier against 3. But all we're going to do is keep fighting. Oh, more dive bombing coming in. Oh, they were very near misses. Were they torpedo hits? I'm not sure. They could have been torpedo hits. Yeah, they were. I didn't see those torpedo bombers. Oh, there's a torpedo bomber floating on the sea there. Oh god, Yorktown's going to be in a real state. Let's have a look. Yorktown, damage. It's not too bad. Light, and fires are light. We've got the fire suppression teams going at it at the moment. Still more enemy aircraft inbound. I think they've sent everything up as well. Okay, torpedo bombers have just dropped. Oh, they're going for the wrong carrier. Oh, they're trying to finish that one off, are they? Well, just caught that at the last second, having been watching Yorktown fight off the enemy strike team. Torpedo bombers have dropped. That means the dive bombers are not too far behind. Okay, they're the torpedoes. They look like they're wide, well wide of the mark. So she lives to fight another day. Okay, Yorktown is still stuck with a jammed rudder. Still fighting the fires at the moment. She's going around in circles. Okay, the torpedo bombers are being picked off by the capping aircraft over the larger task group. Probably sent up by the 2nd aircraft carrier in that group. But we do have the 3rd strike team still en route. And nothing yet, but hopefully you'll see the burning carrier as a beacon to all our attacking aircraft. Okay, as we've seen the makeup of the enemy ships, we got potential damaged crew. Well, nothing there at the moment. Damaged cruiser and destroyer, wasn't it? And we've got 2 aircraft carriers, 2 heavy cruisers, and 4 destroyers. I was going to break away the heavy cruisers to see if they can go and engage one of the groups. Maybe 5 heavy cruisers against the 2 aircraft carriers, 2 heavy cruisers, and the 4 destroyers. We'll see how the airstrike goes first. Okay, Zero's coming in. Tail gunners, do your thing. Saw him off. Oh, we got a little friend. Hello! A little wildcat. Just come and say hello. Let him know that Zero, he's here. He kind of missed him and had to bail out that attack, but Zero's not going to have it all his own way now. Good. And a little bit further away, you can still see the burning carrier just over the nose of this torpedo bomber. And just on the wingtip, you can see in the distance this slightly hazy silhouette of the 3rd aircraft carrier. So we've got a torpedo bombing wing coming in as well. So hopefully these guys have survived the Zeros, and they can get some torpedoes onto that carrier. Okay, the first wave is diving. Here we go. First wave dropping bombs now. Strikes on the... oh, beautiful. Strike on the rear quarter. Bombs dropping all around. Another hit. Another hit. Beautiful. Another hit. Oh, glorious. Bomb gone. Oh, another hit. I think she has got to be gone. That is 5 or 6 direct hits now. She is really struggling. Okay, here are the torpedo bombers. You can see that my carrier is in a bad way. We're still attacking. We've still got one more wave of dive bombers and the one wave of torpedo bombers coming in. I'd say I would like to switch this to... I don't seem to be able to switch this to the secondary carrier in this group, but there we go. We'll just have to play it out as the guys seem fit. Sounds like Yorktown is again under threat, but we're staying with this. Here we are on board one of the torpedo bombers, making our run now. Anti-aircraft fire splashing up the waves. Oh, it sounds intense. Can't be in two places at once, sadly. Oh God. Right. Torpedo's gone. Breaking off. Here's Yorktown. She is dodging and diving like the best of them. There we go. Enemy fighter coming in, or bomber. Torpedo bombers dropping their payload. Yorktown already in full evasive maneuvers. Yeah, it looks like they're getting a free hand, dropping their torpedoes. This is not good. Where is the remains of our cap? Every fighter's been scrambled. Or Yorktown is turning the wrong way, I think. Meantime, the Japanese carrier is slowing to a crawl. Okay, Yorktown, of course, aided by her jam rudder, is turning nice tight circles, which is allowing her to evade the torpedoes, which is a bit fortunate, but we'll take it. Let's have a look. How is Yorktown doing? So, steering is jammed, as you can see. Apparently there's no fires, although my eyes tell me there is a fire. The reports are no fires. We got a little bit of light flooding, and we got a bit of moderate damage. We got another attack coming in. Oh, please don't be dive bombers. Don't see anything. So maybe there's just the strike team leaving the area. Steering, as we say, is jammed. Rudder damaged, right. See if we can get that fixed. And the fire's out, so don't worry about the fire. I've been assured there is no fire. Yeah, okay. Heavy cruiser still putting up a little bit of fire, seeing off the last remaining enemy fighters. Having a quick look at what we've got left. Nothing. I think everything has been allotted. No, we got 2 fighters, but we have no crew for them. That is annoying. Right, squadrons, let's have a look. Our fighter, yeah. Oh, we've got plenty of pilots, actually. 24, apparently, it would seem. But yeah. What I might do is try and recover our aircraft, and then we'll retire to the south. The thing I fear most, dive bombers. Here they are. We're stuck going in the circle. This is not going to be pretty. Of course, because we're stuck going in circle, our escort group has had to give us a bit of wide berth, so we're not getting the full protection from them. Oh my god, there's loads of them. Here they come. Oh, stand by. Oh, fighters amongst them, brilliant. Only one though. Guns blatting. Oh, more hits. Oh, I think she's probably done. Oh, right on the bridge. This is what you get when taking on 3 against 1 odds. Yorktown, I think, may be done. Yeah, look how far the defensive group have got from the aircraft carrier at the back, smoking away. They've left Yorktown open. There is a fire now on Yorktown, believe it or not. I can believe that. I can see the telltale signs of a fire. Propulsion's okay, ammo's okay, damage is moderate. Fires are breaking out. Flooding is light at the moment, but still breaking out. So we've got deck damage. We've got damage down here, which is obviously from the torpedo hits we took. But hopefully she's still fighting the good fight and we can keep her going. What I might do, if the cruisers are not going to protect her, I might send them up to try and finish off the other carrier. See, they're not giving any support at all. They're just these... So, what I might do is split the fleet. Let's split the task group. We're going to take the heavy cruisers. Let's take all of them. Should I leave 8 destroyers? Or no, I'm going to take them as well. This can be the CA strike team. Or CA, the heavy cruiser task group. Okay, confirm. Right, the heavy cruiser task group, I want you to set sail up here. And I want you to go with all speed. Let's stick at 30 knots and see what you can make. Meantime, Yorktown and your remaining 4 destroyer escorts. Well, you can't. You're just circling at the moment, aren't you? Do what you can. Okay, 11:46. We are preparing for a second round of strikes. We don't actually have that many aircraft recovered yet, so we've got some fighters coming up to do the cap, get that back up, and then we're left with like 1 spare fighter, I think. So we're going to get 15 dive bombers in the air, send that fighter with them for what little he can do. But yeah, Yorktown is back in action. As you can see, her deck has been patched up, fires out. Rudder, most importantly, has been unjammed and is working to a lesser extent. But we do have control of the ship now, which is good. Just preparing the cap to go up, as I said, to get that back in the air, and then we'll be sending up a strike team. Okay, our cruisers are engaging. They have spotted the aircraft carrier with the destroyer escorts, and they are looking for blood. Okay, here they are. You can see the cruisers cutting across the bow of these ships. The destroyer in front is taking a hell of a pounding, but it's given the aircraft carrier a bit of a free ride, and she's opening up with her guns to try and hit what she can. But here is that Japanese destroyer coming under intense fire now. I think the cruisers probably want to finish her off and then switch to the aircraft carrier behind. It looks like they're launching aircraft as well, which could be interesting. Oh, boom. Lots of hits on this destroyer. Her hull is black already. Okay, this is the New Orleans. She is, she's got the, look at that. The destroyer is gone. All attention can now switch to the aircraft carrier. And if she's not quick, the aircraft carrier is not going to be able to dodge the wreck of this destroyer as it goes down. Not sure if that's going to cause too much in the way of pain or... Oh, they may time this beautifully. Oh. And there she goes. The destroyer's gone. They may have clipped under the water. But all fire can now be concentrated to finish off this aircraft carrier. They do indeed have a cap up, but it's not going to do much. You can see the hits have already struck the carrier. She's getting a black hole. But, oh, fire's erupting. The heavy cruisers are doing their thing. Oh, one of the heavy cruisers is aflame. The aircraft carrier is putting up a fight by the looks of things. Yeah, USS Chester is got a fire in midships. He's taken some hits from the guns on the aircraft carrier. The guns now are quite potent actually. I'm surprised they're doing so much damage to our cruisers. I know Chester is not actually using her main battery. Oh, we're getting splashes. We're getting hits on the cruiser from the aircraft carrier. Putting a few black marks on the cruiser's hull. But I really do think that carrier's got to be gone. Okay, the fires are out, but I think she's sinking. Hits on the aircraft carrier coming in all directions now. I think she's stopped firing back. I think she's gone. Well, we can at least confirm one carrier has been sunk. Okay, and behind us, the carrier has sunk. Good stuff. Right, these cruisers are in a bit of a beaten up way actually. We need to get some repairs done before we engage anything else. And by 4 o'clock that afternoon, the heavy cruisers and the 4 destroyers have returned to the Yorktown's group. So our force has been reinstated to the original configuration. The heavy cruisers performing a ring around the Yorktown with the destroyers a wider ring around the heavy cruisers. We just got the cap up at the moment and we decided to start heading southwest. We've taken a bit of damage with both the Yorktown and a couple of the cruisers, although most of the cruiser damage has been repaired to operational status. We've lost a few aircraft. We've taken, you can see the damage underneath the bridge of the Yorktown. She's also taken a torpedo hit to this side as well. So we are going to try and recover these groups back to safer waters to get some much needed repairs done. I think our strike on the enemy task groups was good. Outnumbered 3-1. I think we held our own, and the fact that we're still alive and we're still talking about it shows that the Yorktown and her crew, plus all the support vessels, have done a fantastic job, not to mention the brave air crews of the fighters, torpedo bombers, and the dive bombers in particular, have really made the Imperial Japanese Navy feel the pain today. So yeah, we're just moving away, disengaging, and we'll make our report to the Admiralty to see what they have to say. Okay, although it did not come without losses, in such circumstances no one can truly claim victory based on the body count alone. Still, your rather conservative tactics have allowed us to maintain the strategic initiative and for the first time since Pearl Harbor, perhaps, a semblance of control over the tactical battle. The losses suffered in the Coral Sea will be felt, but they have provided a much-needed respite for our Australian allies, one that General MacArthur will gladly seize to reinforce the Allied presence in New Guinea. History books will surely call it a victory, but for now we have more pressing matters. What is done is done. Let us move on to the next round of this fight this time. Okay. Off the shores of Midway Atoll. We're steaming north starting tomorrow, Admiral. Right, so there we go. It's a bit of a stalemate, but I think outnumbered 3-1, I'm going to take that narrow victory. It's a strategic defeat, apparently. Tactical victory. I'll take that. Tactical victory. Let's have a look at the full report then. So, battle outcome, strategic defeat, tactical victory, mission objective, force the enemy to retire. Failure, they did not retire. Okay, interesting. Enemy ship losses, the Sazanami destroyed for 110 points. That must be the destroyer. And we've got the Shoho, the aircraft carrier, destroyed for 1,242 points. And the Shokaku, damaged for 621 points. So one carrier destroyed, one carrier damaged, and a destroyer also downed. Friendly losses, thankfully, no sunk ships. We had the USS Yorktown, our aircraft carrier, taking a number of blows, torpedo hits, dive bombing attacks. She was damaged, and minus 578 points has been deducted. The USS Minneapolis heavy cruiser damaged for minus 202. The same for the USS Astoria, 202 damage. USS Chester, 198 damage, and the USS New Orleans, 202 damage. So our heavy cruisers all took damage, probably a little bit more damage than I would expect from a damaged enemy destroyer and a crippled aircraft carrier. But despite that, they are still afloat. Okay, so enemy aircraft losses, 23 zeros, which is pretty good. 15 Kate dive bombers and 1 Val torpedo bomber by the looks of it. We lost 18 fighters, the Wildcats, 19 dive bombers and 15 torpedo bombers. So yeah, very painful. We came out with final tactical score of plus 521. It looks worse than it is. I'll just reiterate, 3 against 1. I picked a challenging scenario to see how it would work out. And the fact that we're still alive and we're still in the fight, and it was a tactical victory, makes me proud. No, we live to fight another day. So there we go. That has been Task Force Admiral. Our first look at the demo, which has just recently been released. If you fancy giving it a go, make sure to grab the demo on Steam and download it ASAP. I think you've got till the first few days of March to have a play before either it becomes unavailable or whatever. There's a push on new game demos on Steam at the moment, so check it out while you can. For now, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this look at Task Force Admiral. I'm sure there's more to come in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.